Hello everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Today I want to talk to you about my forthcoming trip to Spain to ride some of the TET trails on the east side of the country. Those of you that follow the channel will recall that in October I went to Spain and rode some of the TET trails in the north of the country, and I wasn't sure how that was going to go. I had a Honda CRF 250 and I loved it, absolutely loved it, and I thought I want to do more of this. So this time I'm going on my Husqvarna 701, which I have prepared considerably for the trip. If you haven't watched the 701 Essential Mods video that I made a while back, then I'll put a link at the end of this video and you might want to watch that too. So the only additions I've made to the bike to the Essential Mods video is I have adjusted the gear lever so that I can change gear more easily with my Enduro boots on, and I've put some pretty thick PPF on the side panels so that the panniers won't scuff them too much. So the trip. This trip is going to be very different to other road trips that I've done. Insofar as when I've done other tours, I've always booked my accommodation ahead. I've always known which hotel I'm going to because it's just the way I like to do it. I don't necessarily know the route I'm going to take, but I certainly know where my destination is. On this trip, I only have one hotel booked, and so on this trip, the panniers, which are Rhino Walk, will be coming on and off the bike every day. So it'll be very interesting to see how they stand up to that sort of treatment, and also riding off-road with them every day. I mean, they weren't expensive. I think I paid about £120 for them because, again, I didn't want to spend a lot of money in case I didn't like it when I did the trip in October. But they are good. I'm pretty impressed with them. The only change that I've made to them, and I have to thank my wife for this, is the interior of them. It's got a sort of a rubberized surface, and it makes pushing things into them when you're trying to squeeze that extra pair of socks or whatever down the side. It makes that quite difficult. So she made some liners with a sort of silk type material, and it's really made things a lot easier. You can easily slide things in there. They're not waterproof liners because the bags are waterproof themselves, but they've made packing a lot easier. And also, I'm travelling light. There's no point in buying a light bike, of which this is, and then putting 60 kilos of luggage on it. I mean, it's ridiculous. I might as well buy a GS 1300 and just take a credit card. So I'm travelling very, very light. I've got a pannier each side. On the back I've got another Rhino Walk bag which has got my tools in. So I've got an inner tube, spare inner tube in each pannier, which I sincerely hope I will not need. Tools in here, first aid kit, tyre pump, and my drone, which I'm hoping to use while I'm over there. And obviously on the top I've got my waterproofs, which I think I'll probably only need in England. If I need them in Spain, then I'll probably come home. So, where am I going? The plan is, today is the 7th of April 2024, and it's a Friday. On Sunday, I will be riding the 160 odd miles down to Portsmouth, where I'm going to get a ferry to Bilbao. I'm planning to leave mid-afternoon, and I'm going to stop just outside Winchester to have some dinner so that I don't need to worry about that on the boat, and then I'll be carrying on down to Portsmouth. The ferry leaves at 9:45. It's a 2-day ferry, which is a bit of a pain, and because of that, obviously I need certain things to take on the boat. So I've also got a rucksack. I hate riding with a rucksack, generally speaking, but I've got to take a rucksack on this one because of the stuff I need on the boat. But as soon as I get to Spain and I've got my first overnight stop, all the rucksack stuff will be going into the panniers, and I won't be using a rucksack after that. Then when I get to Bilbao, my first night stop is in a place called Alcañiz. I'm staying in a Parador because I like Paradors, and also it's very, very close to section 20 of the Spanish TET. So when I arrive in Spain on the 9th, is that right, the 9th? Yeah, the 9th, ride down to Alcañiz, overnight, and then in the morning I'm about 10-13 kilometres from the TET. I'll ride down and join section 20 of the TET, and my plan is to continue riding south. I've got no idea how far I'm going to get. I don't know what the trails are going to be like. I don't know how challenging they're going to be. I'm not really sure what the weather will be like, but I think it'll be okay. And my plan is to ride to about sort of 4 o'clock ish, see where I am, assess how far I want, how much further I want to go, and I will book a hotel at that point, and then I'll aim for that hotel. I'm not camping. I mean, one of the advantages of not camping is you can travel light. I know you can travel light with a tent, okay? I know that some people are perfectly happy wrapping themselves up in a Sainsbury's bag and then sleeping under a tree. I'm not one of those people, okay? If they haven't got running water and a toilet, I'm not really interested. So, so that's what I'm going to be doing, overnighting in a hotel. Now, I'm going to join section 20, move on to section 21, and then section 22. And if I can get to section 24, that will take me down as far as Granada. Now, I don't know whether I'll get that far, but what I do know is that I have a ferry booked from Santander back to the UK on the 20th of April. So I've got 10 days of trail riding ahead of me. You know, if you think that I'm going to start from the 10th of April when I leave the Parador at Alcañiz. So I've got 10 days. I don't know how far I'll get in 10 days. I mean, I might get a long way in 10 days. I might get way further than Granada. I don't know. I'll have to see. But my intention is to just keep going. And then when I've only got maybe a couple of days before I need to be in Santander, I'll stop and I'll start heading north. And I'll head north on road. I mean, I'm sure there are some off-road trails around there, but by then I would have done enough. So that would be the plan. The only other thing to mention about the bike, I'm using the stock tyres for this trip. I've done about 1,800 miles on the bike so far on stock tyres. And I've only done a tiny little bit of off-road in the UK because the weather's shit. And my plan when I get back is to change the tyres. I've got some Dunlop Trail Max tyres, they're just behind me here, ready to go on the bike for my Swedish trip, which is happening in June. So that's about it. If you want to follow my adventures, then please follow me on Facebook. I've got a Facebook page with the same name as this channel, Strano Bikes, and I will be doing a daily update of what I've been up to with some photos, etc. So if you're interested in that, follow me on there and I'll do a daily update. Anyway, in the meantime, I hope that's been mildly interesting. I'm really looking forward to the trip. Never done anything like this before in terms of the riding until you get knackered and then finding a hotel. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how it goes and how far I get. You know, like I say, I might end up going quite a long way. Anyway, we shall see. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. It really does help. And I shall see you on the next one. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.